the incursion of Russia into Ukraine continues to elicit global reaction, with economic sanctions already imposed and implications on global economy. Last week, Business 24 was prompted on the impact of the crisis, which was affecting the global stocks. Today, we will reflect on the impact of the war on some international commodities, with special focus on crude oil and wheat. These are the focus, and our complimentary segment is intact for your viewing delight. I'm Comfort Amodu, welcoming you to Business 24, and we will continue the program right after this break. Welcome back, and now to the main issues of the day. Prices of crude oil continue to soar on the Russia-Ukraine crisis amid concerns of supply disruptions. And the price tends towards $120 per barrel, and some experts say the development is circumspect for Nigeria. Kunle Adeyayi tells us more.
The invasion of Ukraine by Russia has left many tongues wagging in the past week. From the diplomatic cycle to the trade arena, one of the world's superpowers has been at the receiving end with sanctions from the West. A major oil producer and supplier of gas is virtually isolated from the global trade. Prices of many crudes as at March 2, 2022 have surged towards $120 per barrel on the decisions of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC. This came as many buyers decided to shun Russian crudes amid concerns about supply disruptions. Specifically, the prices of Bonny Light Brent rose to $107 and $111 per barrel. What prospect does the sudden rise in the price of crude oil hold for Nigeria?
Considering that Ukraine and Russia are already talking, considering that there's a lot of intense global pressure on Russia, okay, considering that these negotiations could end like yesterday or today, would that normalize the prices? So what would be the basis of your excitement? Now, okay, let us now assume that this is not even the case, and that you just have these prices that have come up naturally out of demands, out of market sources. Yes, and then this excess that you are going to get, remember that you already have, an overboarding that was never projected onto your budget of 3 trillion, okay, which the president had sent into the National Assembly, as a supplementary for your subsidies. Okay, so do you really think that if this situation does not last for another 3-4 months, that we'll be able to now cover, that huge requirement? And then again, do you also think that the 3 trillion will be adequate, considering that we don't produce these materials, we're going to be importing it, and then prices might be jumping, because it's not only the price of the petroleum products that will jump, prices of wheat could jump, prices of gas could jump. So are you also thinking about that, the collateral effect is going to be having on the economy? And then if you juxtapose this, I don't think you're going to still be as excited as you were.
In terms of revenue generation, it's a welcome development, having predicated the 2022 budget on $62 per barrel. Another school of thought has it that large chunk of the surplus might be consumed by the importation of premium motor spirits. Will there be economic implications either on the positive side or negative? The logical interpretation of the latest developments in the global oil market is the sanctions slammed on Russia have increased revenue of oil producing countries. Kunle Adeyayi for Business 24.
And the crisis has not only impacted crude oil prices, but also some commodities. Alika Kwanachi Aruwa takes a look at the impact of the Russia-Ukraine crisis on the global wheat production and the impact on Nigerian economy. Incidentally, Russia and Ukraine accounts for 14% of the global wheat production and rank first and fifth, respectively. And in the global market, and Nigeria is one of the highest importers of wheat globally.
As we are all aware, wheat is one of the most consumed grains in the world, used for the production of noodles, pasta, bread, cakes, and other confectionaries. And the recent increase in the prices of bread and other wheat products in Nigeria has been generating outcries from some section of the public.
I eat bread a lot, but since there's a hike in the prices of wheat and flour, the increase in bread or the cost of bread has increased drastically.
The situation may even get worse with the current situation of war between Russia and Ukraine. This is because the bulk of Nigerians' wheat imports comes from Russia and the United States. Experts are of the opinion that Nigerians' 898.2 billion naira wheat imports and other commodities like maize will face supply disruptions, just like crude oil and gas, if Russia-Ukraine conflict continues. Not taking for granted Russia's status as the largest exporter of wheat in the world, for which many countries, including Nigeria, are highly dependent.
The government can encourage more in terms of cassava production as a fallback, so that anytime we have challenges with wheat importation, we can equally find means to even grow the wheat too. We might not have the same quality, but at least we are starting somewhere towards being self-reliant, and we are equally diversifying.
Experts advised that if the country expends 1% of the funds currently used for importation of wheat on local wheat production and maximally harness its potentials, then Nigeria can, in the next few years, boast of self-sufficiency in wheat production and its value chain, as well as foreign exchange earning from export of wheat and other agricultural products.
To boost productivity is in two ways. We need to boost productivity with the produce, that's the primary, and also with the product. The produce, how? Some of our seedlings are used by the farmers. If you look at the yield per hectare, it's very low. So we need to provide them with improved seedlings. Then we increase the yield. We have the land mass. Then also with the processors, if we increase the yield, if we are going to add value, we also need to invest in technology, machinery, give them some incentive. So the productivity cut across those two sectors, and that way we become extremely competitive.
We should stop depending on all these European nations, Russia, America, for things that we can plant here, that can sustain us. If we have it in Nigeria, we won't be bothering about whether they are fighting in Russia or America or anything. I don't know, maybe you understand what I'm saying. So the truth about it is it's just for us to start depending on our own locally.
With Business 24, Alika Kwanachi Aruwa.
All right, borrow to own. You may be wondering what that means. Let's join Shikio Laikpinaye, who brings us that unique business from the heart of Abuja, Nigeria's capital city, on the CEO segment.
Welcome to the CEO on Business 24. Sometime on the show, I brought to you a trend on business in town, borrow to own. And since the last time I brought that to you, I must tell you that the business has expanded so tremendously, with many people in town taking advantage of that payment plan to own everything they need. And now on the show, I will be bringing to you again that trend in business. So join me to meet the CEO of Borrow to Own, Ayodeji Bamigbola.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Please sit down.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Bamigbola, really nice to have you on our show again.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now, since the last time, can you tell us what's new in the business, borrow to own?
The concept is still the same, but the products are new every day.
Okay.
Interesting, yeah. I say that because, we deal mostly with new models of products.
Okay.
So as they're coming in, we have them. We hardly have old stock. It's always a new one, and that is because we are in partnership with the manufacturers. Look at the laptops here. We have 11th generation laptop. Most of them are even running on the Windows 11 already. So those are the kind of things we have here. Whether televisions, the generators, we only receive the current models with the latest operating system or functionality from the manufacturers.
Okay, for the benefit of our viewers out there, could you just explain the concept of borrow to own again?
Okay, borrow to own is simply, the emphasis should be on the own, which is the ownership, right? Is just to create a model where it is easy for everybody to own what they want. So basically, you don't need to pay for what you need at the inception. So we give it to you while you are paying. So it's a process of you are using the item as you pay for it. And then at the end of the 6th installment, the short-term installments, you have full ownership.
Okay.
Yeah.
How exactly does it work?
So to simplify it, you need this cooker now, you need this freezer now,
Okay.
you need this generator now, you need this fan now, you need this air conditioner now, and you don't have the money to pay for it at once, or you have the money to pay for it at once, but you have other commitments that you need to meet, and then you need to, for some reason, it will be convenient for you to manage this fund, right? So basically, you pay 35% of the price of that product, and then we give you the product. And the balance, we spread it equally over 5 monthly installments. As simple as that. So that's why we call it borrow to own. So basically, you are with the product, but it's not entirely your own until you finish your payment, which is monthly installment.
Okay, so who can benefit from this payment plan?
The good thing about our model is that we are open to everyone. It's not a case of, I'm not a civil servant, in fact, that's the way people first of all approach us sometimes. But we tell them, no, we are open to everyone. These are our procedures. You can either meet, if you don't meet with this requirement, you will meet with this. And there's nothing tedious about it. And people have been very surprised that you are doing this in Nigeria, in Abuja, but eventually they use our service, they enjoy it, and they are the ones referring people to us the next day.
Okay.
So it's very interesting. We're enjoying it. We're happy to provide solution to people's needs, and at the same time make good business of that also.
Okay, how are people receptive to the business?
They love it. Sometimes people are a bit skeptical because of these loan guys embarrassing people up and down. So we need to give them the orientation that we are nothing like that. In fact, we don't take people's financial details. We don't take BVN. We don't take your card number. We don't take any of your financial information. It's a self-service process. We give you the freezer. We give you the washing machine. When it's time to pay, we remind you. There will be somebody responsible for your account. You make payment. Even the system also will send you an email to only you. We don't install any app on your phone. So we're not in any way interfering with your personal data or your personal life, or the people around you.
Okay, do you have issues of maybe people defaulting in their payment plans?
I won't call it an issue like that. First of all, the reason why we're in the market is because to enable people manage their cash flow, so that you don't have the full payment now, and you have the capacity, and you need this team now. So it happens sometimes that at the time of paying the monthly installment, some people don't have the cash at that time. So because you have an account officer working with you, all you need to do is to notify this person promptly. What we want is responsibility, not like after the due date, we not start running after you. No, notify us promptly, and then we have established system where we can extend your date. And this is not by adding any fee to what you are paying.
Okay.
We'll extend it either by a week, or we will just discuss with you to extend it as necessary. People that come in good time to say, okay, I won't be able to meet up with my contractual date, extend it by this. We restructure it and we extend it. And this will not add any additional fee to
just
the...
wanted to ask. Okay, so how do you handle such in a situation where you have to, some people are just funny.
Yeah, that's the expectation, that we are going to struggle, people will not pay, but we don't really have that kind of issue.
That's interesting.
Truly, people are very responsible with these things, because what we are dealing with, they are necessities. So it's actually people that need them that get these things. And also because the way we have structured it is really convenient. Yes.
Really good to know that. And you told us that everything is new, so let's get to see what you have in your showroom.
All right. Thank you. Let's go. So we have brand new laptops on this show glass here.
Okay.
Most of these laptops are 11th generation laptops. Some of them come with Windows 11 also. They are the original ones. They have pre-installed Microsoft operating Windows 10. Some of them are touchscreen. Some of them are X360, the one you can turn to a tab, right? Some of them have security features like the fingerprint reader. Some have the face recognition, and some of them are touch screen. We have the HP, the Asus, Lenovo. We have the Dell. We have phones and tabs here also. This is the Nokia T20. This is a 2021 tab here. Yes. Most of the phones here are the Samsung tab, the Nokia, the Infinix phone, the Nokia phone, the Tecno, the Nokia, the Samsung, quite a wide variety of mobile phones.
You don't deal with iPhone products?
Yeah, we deal with iPhones also.
Okay, let's go through here so that we see some other products.
Generators.
Okay.
So we keep only 4 brands of generators, and this is because of the abundance of fake generators in the market. These ones we get directly from the manufacturer's warehouse. We have the Fireman, we have Thermocool, we have the Scanfrost, we have the Sensi, and of course the 5th one we have the iTech iPower generator also. But if you come to us, you can be rest assured that you are picking the original generator. Don't even ask about details. Just once the generator is here, just pick it from here. Refrigerators. These are just a few of the things we can display here.
Okay.
We have bigger ones, the side by side, the bigger double door. This is Nexus. This is Thermocool. The bedside is iSense. We have the LG also, even though it's not on display here with the dispenser. I love this Nexus refrigerator.
Okay.
Because it has this wine odor in it, and then the freezer is bottom. Quite a lot here. The chest freezers, Thermocool, Nexus, iSense, LG. The inverter chest freezer is one of our best-selling freezers here. The iSense, the Scanfrost, different sizes from 100 liters, the 200 liters, the 150. To the double door freezers, we have even partnered with a lot of restaurants.
Why do you think you are in business, and why do you think you are expanding? What's your selling point?
It's simple. It's the price. When you tell people that we have the best price, it sounds like a sweet word, but they will check. They will come here, they will check our prices. They will go to our website, they will check our prices. If you go to our Instagram page, you will see our prices there. We put them there to enable people, to help people check and confirm these things before coming in. Let's not be like, we have just said it and they just want us to come there and then we are stuck.
Okay. Borrow to own, can you beat your chest to say in your own way you are contributing to the economy of the country?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So what we are doing is, because it's difficult to also get finance from commercial banks, we have looked at the system and reviewed the system in a way that we don't want people to take money. Just come and take what you would have used the loan for. The loan will cost you a lot more. It will cost you interest rate, it will cost you assets, the banks will naked you and your family lineage, But here we don't do that. You get the products, it even helps you plan.
So like how many people do you have in your employ?
We are about 20. In fact, that's another contribution to the economy.
Okay.
In direct employment, we have about 20 people at the moment. We have the kitchen appliances also. We have a very good variety here. Philips, Binatone, the Scanfros, blenders, electric kettles, the juicers, the professional blenders, Bochimix. That's one of the trending blenders now. It's a professional and commercial blender.
This is really amazing. Borrow to own. This is one business that provides a unique solution to your daily needs. And many people are already taking advantage of this payment plan that the business provides. You too can do same by simply visiting them at their showroom and office at Boya Place, Suite A6, Ame Ebute Street in Wuye district of Abuja. Thank you very much for being part of the show. It's bye for now.
And a business environment in Nigeria is increasingly charging courtesy implementations of reforms, programs and policies of government. And I'm sure these export tips will do you good if you're planning to commence exporting to other climes of the world.
How structured is your business in the first place? Now, when you want to engage in export, you must be a structured business. Most of our small businesses in this part of the world, I think, don't care much about structuring from the early stages. Now, if you want to go into a business and it's international, it's global, it's export, the person that wants to buy from you will likely go and Google you and check your business. He wants to check who you are. He will make some findings. Are you just a one-man shop? He wants to know what are the processes that you engage in transacting with your customers. They want to know that you have a bank account. You are bankable. So in terms of structure, you need to get it right. Buyers from abroad want to be sure of that. They want to be sure that you're legal. They want to be sure that, of course, you are someone they can deal with. You have your integrity, and you've probably made a mark somehow in your industry. I know it starts from somewhere, but I think structuring your business is key when you want to go into global business. You can do so many things in Nigeria. You can do business with someone it's just me and you. But when it comes to international business, that buyer is very particular about these things I just spoke about.
And our next stop is a capital market review, and Professor Uche Uwaloke is waiting to analyze how the market did this week. Hello, Prof.
Yeah, thank you very much. The equities market specifically witnessed gain the previous week, as you know. The previous week gained 0.41%, but that has been reversed, this week. This week, the market has lost week on week about 0.13%. Of course, it's closing on a negative note on Friday. The NGX All-Share Index depreciating by 0.06%. So week on week, we have a loss of 0.13%. Market cap is about 25.4 trillion now. Apart from the first 2 days of trading that witnessed some positive sentiment, we saw sell-offs, we saw negative sentiments prevailing for the remaining 3 days of the week.
All right, thank you so much, Professor Uche Uwaloke, for the review of the capital market. That we hope that the market do better next week. And this is where we end the program for this week. But I'll be back again next week with another exciting package of the program. I'm Comfort Amadu. Stay safe. COVID-19 is still raging. Ensure to observe all safety protocols. See you next time.